themselves.
All right, I'll stop being the analyst.
No, you were right.
3, no good. Oh, follow dunk. My goodness. And that did look like the other Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins from nowhere. Caleb Wesson for 3, way too strong. Those shots just have not gone down. They've had a lot of chances. 4 for 24. They're 1 for 11 in the second half from 3.
And truthfully, it's not like they've missed in and out.
All right. We're waiting for this game to end, and so we can get to the Georgia-Kentucky game. Sometimes ESPN will like switch it over to ESPN the Ocho or something until two games are overlapping. So hopefully we're not going to miss any of the Dogs and Wildcats. We're listening to the conclusion of Ohio State, number 11 and number 12 Maryland. Less than 2 minutes to go. 9-point game. And we are watching on a delay today. We have this on the Roku. So there's going to be that delay. Plus I've added a 6-second delay to the stream. Be sure to sync your televisions.
Double bonus for Morcell.
Stay tuned for Georgia and Kentucky coming up on the Bone Crusher Show.
Well, Maryland's head coach Mark Turgeon wants his team to finish in dominating fashion, saying don't let up. We're not trying to win by 2 or 3. We're trying to win by 10 or 12. So Turgeon looking to make a statement in these final minutes, Dave.
What are we doing?
The free throw was missed, and they sounded the horn for a sub. You can't do that.
You know, there's certain time you got to make a 3 here.
The Georgia-Kentucky game has not started yet. They may be holding it for this.
That's a great switch by Wiggins. Look at this. Look where the ball is. You got to make this.
Got to shoot it.
Got to make it.
Okay, they did 1 of 2. They shot it.
Well, if Maryland starts making or if Ohio State starts making baskets, this game could drag on. But at this point, they might as well just let the clock run. Someone's going to foul somebody. Alley-oop! Dunkaroo! Oh, baby! It's a diaper dandy. That's a 12-point lead for Maryland.
That was impressive.
Yeah, that's great by Carton.
Someone's going to call a timeout with a minute. 10-point game.
This has been really good by Maryland. Really tough, really good all game long.
So stay tuned for UGA and the Wildcats. And our freshman sensation, Anthony Edwards. That's all coming up in moments. Got our moderator A-Bomb down in the box.
Caleb Wesson, he did not know where Stick Smith went. I can barely talk.
And
look at this. He looks,
shout out to Beat by the Books is entered. No, Beat by the Books, Georgia is not ranked top 25, but we just beat Memphis, a top 10 team. And I tell you what, if you come in and you beat Kentucky, you're going to be a top 25 team, I promise. I mean, I can't promise that. I don't know what our rank really is. There's a web page that has those rankings, even if you're not in top 25. And I'm going to ask A-Bomb, our moderator, for audio visual or for audio check as we get ready. Do I need to change the mix a little bit, or is it good to go?
Cowan got tripped. Yeah, Assembly Hall will be like this place has been tonight.
Ohio State foul on Andre Wesson, his first personal.
That's so wet that the ball got
Game is on ESPN News right now. Well, I don't have ESPN News on my Roku. I would either have to go to the Pirate channel I often use, or just hang tight a second. So that's probably what we're going to do. Probably just going to hang tight here.
Working hard.
But thank you, A-Bomb, for that update. Our scoreboard is still showing 0-0, no start yet.
I love it. There's so many good people around basketball programs, managers, the trainers, the assistant trainer. There's so many good people, guys wiping up the court. All right, watch my man.
If something happens and this game isn't over very soon, we'll do what it takes.
Got up fast, though. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw it. No. Nobody's texting him.
Yeah, they're talking about you.
Anthony Cowan, as Maryland puts this game away. Final minute. Be the third straight loss for Ohio State. With that game you're talking about looming. Barton way off the mark.
Off bad.
So many, as you say, so many of the misses have been like that. He finally hits one wide open. And another timeout for Ohio State.
Ah, come on.
Taking his time this time. I don't blame him. Nice and easy.
Georgia at Kentucky now on ESPN News. Also available on the ESPN app. So I could probably get that at ESPN.com. So
Dan, I want to remind our audience over on ESPN News, Kentucky tipping off with Georgia right now. And, of course, when the game is over between Ohio State and Maryland, we'll have that over on ESPN. But Kentucky, Georgia at the moment tipping off on ESPN News. Back to you guys.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much.
Thank you, Kevin.
So much work. Time to hydrate.
No.
Oh, is he getting that for somebody
We'll have the
else?
game here
Smart to give it to a cheerleader.
in just a sec.
Oh, referee.
Sports Live in the ATL is up in this house.
What a good guy.
And welcome to the Bone Crusher Show. Georgia, Kentucky about to tip off. And no better way to start your broadcast than a legend like Sports Live in the ATL shows up and says, "Love the stream." That's how you start. That's how you start a stream.
Let's see.
All right, get in there.
There'll be a lot of sweat here, kid. There you go.
Yeah, give a subscribe to Sports Live in the ATL and our moderator A-Bomb. A couple Atlanta sports heavyweights. And we will be joining the Dogs here in just a second.
Got to go to the phone. It's not real if it doesn't show up on your phone, right?
We know two things. The guy hustles onto the court. He can type fast, too. Got a lot to respond to. Cowan, did he step out? No, he got fouled.
They're fouling. Jesus. It's a 9-point game.
Keep sending it. If you know that guy, just keep texting him. Blow up his phone.
Well, you can see by our scoreboard that the Bulldogs, meanwhile, have a 2-0 lead on Kentucky.
I mean, in the old days,
Scoreboard works, but there's 40 seconds left in this. So stand by, Dogs fans.
Our producer, Bart Fox, is keeping it on him.
Somebody fouled out while we were focusing on this guy. C.J. Walker fouled out of the game. We got to find out the kid's name, right?
I think Molly's headed over there. I don't know, but now it's getting creepy. We're keeping it on him a little too long.
Now, I think the odds on the Georgia game, I just happened to come across that. I don't really follow bet odds, but it's like a 7-1 bet. And Kentucky is going to win this.
Tell his life story. Uh-oh. Tell you what.
We'll find out as soon as this thing is over.
This is your special moment. Can you tell us your name? Aiden, are you
They're
okay?
interviewing the guy that busted his ass on.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
He doesn't really want to do the interview. But she's hot, so, you know, what are you going to do?
What's happening with your phone? It looks like it's blowing up.
It's going off the radar right now. I'm just hoping that I'm hoping I eventually live this down and that we win this game. There's 20 seconds. We need this win. Go Terps.
All right, Dan, that was for you. Thank you, Aiden.
Now, this is better than this game or the Georgia game. Listening to that guy's interview. So, the interview they just did was, meanwhile, looks like they're getting a little physical down on the court here at the end of this Ohio State game. We're about to join Georgia in Athens versus Kentucky, which is just underway, and the Dogs are up 5-4, by the way. And we'll be joining that in a second. But anyway, this kid, I guess he busted his ass on national television
He's fantastic.
cleaning the floor or something. And now his phone's blowing up. Then they interviewed him, so his phone's going to blow up some more.
Callan back at the free throw line.
That's, you know, when you're in the,
That's his 19th point.
I mean, the game's really over. So I guess when, you know, you get that interview.
Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Didn't really have to make a big shot. He's made big shots all year, but didn't really have to.
Let me get down in the chat box with you guys.
Free throws attempted too. Maryland's been the
Mexican
more
for
aggressive team.
Golovkin has joined us.
The fouls are going to look different.
All right. What are you up to, brah? I know he stopped by to see us. I don't think Mexican for Golovkin gives a rat's ass about the Georgia game we're about to play.
Is that Carton's played pretty well.
Yeah.
They've got Carton back a little bit.
Yeah, I think
Maybe I'm gonna put the announcers down just a smidge. Let me know if I need to put them back up. We want to get this tweaked for the Georgia game.
He's had a lot of those too.
The whole team has 8 missed layups early.
I think they're gonna finally let this thing end. Here we go, and it is a final.
Fun stuff. Maryland played really, really well.
Maryland beats Ohio State. And the Bone Crusher was there. Yeah, but Mexican for Golovkin, I don't think he cares about this basketball game we're about to do, so appreciate you stopping by. Maybe he does. Over the years, all right, we're back. Here we go. We are in Athens now. Over the years, I've kind of gotten away from NBA basketball, but I kind of like college basketball.
With a huge litmus test against a Kentucky team that's beginning to find its groove, along with Jay Billis, Carl Ravitch, Marty Smith joining us
So
tonight.
Kentucky's up 6-5, 16:07. We finally joined the game in Athens. Welcome aboard to the Bone Crusher Show. We're keeping our eye out for our freshman sensation, Anthony Edwards. We missed a free throw, rebound Kentucky, but there's a foul. But Anthony Edwards is going to be one and done.
And right now, Ravi, what you're seeing,
he's going into the draft after this season.
The free throw line is going to be a big factor in this game. Kentucky shoots 80% from the line. The
Yeah,
Wildcats have
I had a feeling Mexican.
Free throws in their opponents thus far this year.
The Dogs just keep missing free throws there.
138 more free throws.
Still 6-5. Well, I do appreciate you stopping by.
Sure is. Georgia not nearly as effective.
A-Bomb says pitchers and catchers report in 1 month.
And a nice pass to Nick Richards for the
There's a dunk from Kentucky. That means announcers got to report soon too.
Ashton Higgins to get to his right hand. They did not force him left.
All right, and beat by the books, Florida State fan.
Dump it down to Nick Richards.
Florida State's ranked top 10.
How about Higgins with a block there on Crump? They've got numbers 5 on 4.
They need that with their football program right now.
Higgins missed a couple of early shots. Anthony Edwards, the superstar freshman for Georgia, made his first 2, including a contested 3.
FSU has a sort of an on-again, off-again basketball program. They will do very well some years. For 3, no good. Rebound Kentucky. It's 8-5 Kentucky. Three-point attempt, no good. Dogs get the rebound. Now let's see what they're going to do here. They're driving the lane, 1 on 3 really, and it's a goaltending against Kentucky. I mean, Kentucky had 3 defenders, and I think that's Hammond who decided to drive the lane anyway, and he's going to get 2, I believe, on the goaltending charge. Sorry, Kentucky's ranked 14, is that right? I thought Kentucky was ranked.
I've been noticing it. I think the house is changing him.
In a break here, so I'm going to bring that down during the break. Head to the chat box. The saga, the drama that is the Donaldson situation. Yeah, that is dragging on. I kind of think we're going to get him. And coming up, I'm going to make a cup of Kratom Cocoa. Does anybody here not know what Kratom is? I'll go get it. I'll show you. Wherever I put it. I paid $7 for that. Oh well. Can't really see that too well. There you go. Non-narcotic pain medication. All right, we're in a break. And it is number 14, Kentucky. I wrote down number 12, so we're going to change that on the screen. Then we're coming back to the Stegeman Coliseum in Athens.
In fact, all the SEC games are sold out. We'll have over 9,000 for this one, which should be a really fun game. You got two teams that like to move it up the floor, like to shoot. You have two premier guards in Ashton Hagans, who once committed here, and of course Anthony Edwards, who came out and made two quick buckets, including a three-pointer. So there's a good atmosphere here tonight.
Oh, it's a great atmosphere. I mean, this place is lit, and both teams are ready to play.
Yeah.
It's just a question of
great atmosphere. Love the Stegeman.
Especially when you have a young team.
You know, A-Bomb thinks, you know, and he's probably right. They need maybe a new facility will help the program recruit a little bigger.
But you don't want to let Kentucky's right-hand drivers go to their right. Force them to their left. And at times, thus far early in the game, both Tyrese Maxey, Ashton Hagans, they've been allowed to drive right. Now that was a left-hand.
But you know, that kind of reminds me, Georgia College and State University NCAA Division II team has one of the nicest Division II arenas I've been in. It holds a few thousand people. It's really a stadium. While most of those Division II schools, it looks like a high school gymnasium. But Georgia College, you know, hasn't recruited well in a decade, I guess. They still have not rejoined the game. They're cleaning the floor up a little bit here. All right, they're about. Kentucky brings it in, and we're going to let the guys do the play-by-play.
Marty Smith is here. I mean, Marty is always in places that are lit.
Marty. Marty's always at the deli getting pastrami's.
His young men to have better spacing and to attack Anthony Edwards.
Is this Marty?
They had several opportunities to do that early in this game, and they didn't take advantage of those. So those are the things that he was really discussing in that huddle.
Nice run.
The runner is good for Kentucky, 10-5. All right, I need to pay attention to what the play calling is here. What are they doing?
Good three-point shooter. He wears number 1.
So step one, are we making the right calls?
Who gets more minutes than anybody not named Anthony Edwards, a terrific guard for Georgia. You'll see him. He's one of those.
Got 14 in the box. Welcome aboard. There is a whistle.
Well, Anthony Edwards early was able to get a deep three. First, a little step back along the elbow, and then
nice step back, long three. You know, and if he's not on, he can't just sit there. You know, I saw him on make all those, but I saw him miss a lot of those too. Those long threes, just like go down the court and shoot it right away. You know. And one, Hammond gets the foul, and the two.
Rayshon Hammonds is 6'9". He's a junior and really a playmaker. He's a left-hand driver, but he can rebound, he can play pick and pop. Really has had a breakthrough this year with his not only productivity, but his consistency. And he's been very good of late. He had a terrific game against Memphis on the road. He had 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 steals.
Free throw attempt.
Nearly a double-double.
No good.
Keep an eye on 2 in this game. Kentucky gets to the free
rebound.
throw line a ton, and
Kentucky.
they make a lot of free throws. Something historically you don't really associate
man-to-man defense. Dogs.
This year they've been phenomenal.
They played shutdown defense against Memphis.
As a team, got a switch here.
Maxey went to the left, and he gets it to go with a left hand. Tough shot.
That's 2 straight drives for Tyrese Maxey, who's such an explosive scorer.
Dogs have it. Let's set up a good play. Don't just throw it up. They're trying to call something here. It was like the Wild Wild West a couple of games, and they weren't on. I think it was right after that Michigan State game. Here's a long distance dedication. No good. And he's going to the line to shoot 3.
Thursday, the Pac-12 game of the night, ESPN, the ESPN app. Oregon hosting
Wheeler
24, Arizona.
is shooting
That's
at the
9
free throw
Eastern,
line.
6
Wheeler
Pacific.
usually comes off the bench, I believe, and
6 of 8 the last
he
4
is
years.
Georgia's
Great point guards.
ignition.
Good
He's
point
their
guards.
firecracker off the
Nico
bench.
Mannion, the freshman point guard for Arizona, is
He scored what,
spectacular
12
talent.
last game.
And I'm not sure there's a better winner in the country than Peyton Pritchard, the senior point guard
He's
for Dana
guard.
Altman and
He's
the Oregon
got
Ducks.
no sideburns and
Nobody's played more
70s
minutes over the last 4
style
years than Peyton
afro.
Pritchard. You can't take him out of the game. He's too valuable.
Ashton Higgins has come back. He's got what appears to be a wrap around his midsection. He's also tying that left shoe of his.
I don't know what that is around his waist. I've never seen that, a player wear that during a game.
It feels like it's the Brett Favre Jerry Rice commercial where they wear that belt with the copper in it and it makes them feel better. Have you tried that?
No, I've not. I'm not that old.
3-point game.
A good job by Wheeler to cut off the baseline on that Maxey drive. Maxey's bigger, he can see over him.
Down low to E.J. Montgomery, who kicks back Maxey 3. No good. We're going to get a foul underneath. We'll call that on Khalil Whitney with a push from behind.
Whitney into
Another
the game
foul
early.
on
He's
Kentucky.
A fantastic athlete, a very powerful player, but he's had some difficulty adjusting.
Make sure you hit the like. Hit the like for him.
He's going to
Got
be
3
really
likes
good,
so far.
He's
Appreciate
one
that.
of those players, Ravi, where everybody expects it right now. He's an
5 in the box.
Just because it
172 playback so far.
He's going to be really, really
Average
good.
watch
He's
time
guarding
of
Edwards
53
right now.
seconds. Those are our stats. Meanwhile, the Dogs down by 3. Trying to get some pick going. Passing it around. Trying to find an open shot. Has to take a long 3 off the front of the rim. No good.
And we're getting a foul called against Christian Brown, another game for Georgia. Brown and Jordan Harris both into the game now for Tom Crean.
Georgia has to do a good job of moving the ball and
like and subscribe.
One thing that Georgia can't do in this
Make sure you
game
subscribe
is
to our
settle.
moderator
They can't
A-Bomb
settle
as
for
well.
jumpers, and they can't settle for one side of the floor. And when Georgia has 4 or more passes,
Especially if you're a Braves fan.
56% from the
All
floor.
right, Kentucky brings
That's
it up.
good.
And when they have less, they shoot poorly.
They shoot less than that. Yeah, significantly less.
Passing around top of the key.
Emmanuel Quickly has also played very
Offensive
well
foul.
lately, but yeah, there it is. Nick Richards gets called, and Calipari starts screaming at him as Nick raises his arms up like, what did I do? He'll get the answer in about 2 seconds.
Well, he got in a wrestling match with Rayshon Hammonds down low, and then he raised up his elbow and was able to push off with it. Now, these two got in a wrestling match. First of all, you got 2 big guys posting in the same spot. And anytime anytime you get your elbow up near the neck of
It's a
the
non-ball
defender,
foul.
they're going to have to look and see if it was a flagrant now. I don't think it is. I think it's just a common foul. But, anytime that happens, the referee's always behind you there, and they're going to call that every time. That's just sort of big man post play. First of all, you can't have 2 guys posted up in the same spot. And that's where Emmanuel Quickly, he's got to direct some traffic there and tell one or the other to get out of there. Well, maybe they will give him a flagrant one there, because that came right across the chin. It looked like incidental contact at first, but they may wind up, because that was a shot to they're going to give him that's going to be a flagrant one.
Is Nick Richards, because of the way he's playing, we saw at the end of the Missouri game, he and Jeremiah Tillman get into sort of a push-shove match as well. Yeah. Is he going to garner a lot more attention, though, because of the way he's playing?
Yeah, and that's the right call. I mean, look, that was that wasn't made like in a basketball play, basketball motion, they would call it. So that's the right call. Boy, at first in live action, it didn't look like it was right across his chin like that. Hit him right in the jaw.
Officials tonight: Todd Austin, Byron Jarrett, no one short. Hammonds goes to the free throw line, where Georgia is 2 of 6 tonight.
But one thing that Kentucky's got to do with Rayshon Hammonds is make him guard. He's having such a good year. He's 3rd in the Southeastern Conference in rebounding. He's scoring at a good clip. He's averaging 9 rebounds a game, 14 points. But if you can make him defend, you got a chance to hang some fouls on him. And that's the best.
All right, 1-point game. Dogs down by 1 in the Stegman. I'm making some cocoa.
Our conversations, it works for them. What are the folks in Georgia going to have to kind of get used to when you bring in these top 100 players?
Spin move. It's in.
By Jordan Harris. What are they going to have
the
to
Dogs have the lead, folks.
Superstars right away, and maybe they're not.
Well, I mean, you know, look, they're going to have to be patient with this entire program.
Go Dogs.
But look at the dividends that their hard work is paying. I mean, they are playing really well right now.
They got themselves a 1-point lead. Under 12 to go. The SEC on ESPN. Back to Georgia after this.
Take yourself to the islands with Zaxby's Caribbean Jerk Boneless Wings.
Zaxby's commercial.
Blend of
Hell
mango,
yeah.
habanero, and exotic island spices. The Caribbean Jerk Boneless Wings and new filet sandwich meal. 2 more reasons you're going to get a kick out of Zaxby's.
Traditional banks. Seems like some are going at the speed of
For those of you who like to take Kratom at night for paying,
Capital One.
I'm not going to talk over this commercial, never mind.
Now, you can open a new savings account in about 5 minutes and earn 5 times the national average from here or here in our cafes. Plus, there are no fees or minimums on savings or checking accounts. Welcome to banking.
We are in a break, and the Dogs have the lead. That's not cat food, Claw. That's Coco. Ooh, get down from there. Good boy, now. That's a good boy. Would you like some kitty kitty? Oh. Okay, we are coming back to Athens, Georgia, where the Dogs have an early lead.
What Coach Crean has done here from a culture perspective with Georgia basketball. How would you describe this? Is phenomenal.
I am here.
I don't ever remember one
Almost
like
finished
this.
making
Now,
my
this is
cocoa.
special. I've never seen it this crowded and this packed.
Kirby
It doesn't
Smart.
have as much blue in it.
I know you have a relationship with Tyree Crump, the great player for Georgia. You guys are from the same hometown. What is that relationship like?
Well, it's special. Early in his career, I got to visit with him. I knew his late father really well, and he's been a tremendous asset. He talks to a lot of our football players. He comes by my office and always sees me, and he'll pull it from anywhere in the court.
When you look at, and you guys are a football school, all right, we all know that. That's just the truth. But when you have a guy come in like Tom Crean, they had a tough year last year, and now they're a 10-win team playing one of the best teams in the country with this type of atmosphere. How do the football team and the basketball team work symbiotically to grow the entire athletic program?
Well, I think it's the two.
Yeah,
the
basketball team really rakes it in.
What he's been able to do to energize our program and our fan base, putting people in the seats, has really been incredible. That win last weekend at Memphis.
Meanwhile, a basketball game is broken out here.
The college football playoff national championship next Monday night. You've seen LSU. You know Clemson. Give me a scouting report. What should we expect in that game?
Kentucky misses the dunk. Dogs have it. Pushing it up floor. And chill out. Hang on. They're going to pop a long 3. It's good. Shut up, Kirby Smart. Dogs, 4-point lead on the Wildcats. Are you kidding me?
Bainbridge, Georgia in the house, but how about the block that started that whole thing? Jordan Harris, as E.J. Montgomery went up and thought he had himself a dunk. It went the other way quickly.
Who blocked dunk? Who blocked that? Georgia, all ball. I mean, that is a miraculous block on a sure thing dunk. That's great.
Look at the new
If you're watching this on TV, make sure you sync us up with the TV. And Kitty, you gotta get down.
Like, how am I supposed
This
to know?
guy, if he steps on my keyboard,
7 pelts?
he could shut down the broadcast. He's been known to do that, haven't you, Claw?
Should have used Auto
This is a
Trader.
little
It's the
troublemaker
only one with
right
Kelley
here.
Blue Book. See the little ribbon? Lets you know the price is good. What a time to be alive!
All right, we are coming back to Athens now.
Georgia on a 9-0 run. I can't get over the defensive play, which led to that Crump 3. They go back inside, and so far Keon Brooks has had his way in the paint. In fact, Kentucky has scored
Kitty, don't step on that.
in the paint.
That's really
Go sit
the
on the
point,
laptop.
is Georgia has got to find a way to keep Kentucky out of the lane.
Just takes one cat and bring down an entire network.
This is not a great
2-point lead for
team
the
that John
Dogs. From the
Calipari
free
has,
throw
but
line,
they
no
are
good.
on
Off the
the ground, and
glass.
They are good on the glass.
Kentucky got it.
Brooks he's going against Crump there.
Turnover.
Loose ball on the floor.
Oh,
Quickly
Kentucky
picks
gets it
up,
right
and now
back.
They got themselves 3-on-1. Higgins and the foul as Crump got him. And Acton Higgins adds 2 more in the paint, and it's got a
Higgy
chance
baby.
for another one.
Boy, what a turnaround. Georgia taking the ball down their end.
We got 17 folks in the house. Welcome aboard.
4-on-1
Thank you very much.
to Kentucky.
Hit the like, hit the sub.
Tyreek Crump is
Moderator on duty is A-Bomb. If you're a Braves fan, subscribe to his channel as well.
stop the bucket.
Just hover your mouse over his name, then click on the 3 dots to your right.
Hear the boos for Higgins, who is
And 1.
from
So
Cartersville, Georgia, about an
Kentucky
hour and 45
now has a
minutes
1-point lead. The Dogs had a 4-point lead just moments ago.
When Mark Fox was fired, Higgins decommitted. Ended up obviously wearing this Kentucky blue. Tough shot. And a travel.
And that was just one side of the floor. You know, Georgia needed to move it to the other side. They got a little, they're running some chin action where they get a little back pick at the foul line and a cut to the basket when they've lifted everything up. But they got to move the ball from side to side.
5th turnover for the Bulldogs. Maxey, high floater, and
Runner no good.
Oh, good pass.
Dogs push it up court. And the jam.
Great look ahead.
And a great job by Kamara of running the floor. And he's really
Producer Beth is out of her seat. She is cheering. Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
We coming, he coming.
Dogs take the lead back, 18-17.
Type of game we expected, 18-17, just under the 10-minute mark. And they're going to get a foul on Jordan Harris.
Jordan Harris.
That was Kamara with the dunk. And Wheeler with the assist. So it was a fast break. And Kamara was ahead of everybody, and it was like a long distance pass.
Catches the ball in stride off that great
Yeah.
pass. And
Ooh, that is quick reaction. I mean,
last 3 games, he's averaging 11 points,
pass,
7
pass,
rebounds, 15 of
dunk.
22
I mean, really
from the
quick.
field
Great
over his last 3
transition.
coming into this one.
Beautiful.
Anthony Edwards back into the game for Georgia. 3 from the corner. That's no good from Quickly. Boy, good box out there. It was a struggle, but Brown is able to come down with it.
Well, he stuck with it. Nice pass.
Oh, turnover. Damn, bad pass. Shit.
Should have just hit it out top.
Dogs getting a little excited. Got to keep our composure.
With the walk, they call the foul.
Boy, he
and the
walked.
basket.
Yeah, that was a
Oh.
The officials missed that. It's
Oh.
not even close. You know, that's a bad miss.
What was?
He
He's
shuffled
fucking.
his feet. Yeah, take a look
I
here.
don't know, they're,
Watch his
they're not
feet.
going to look at that.
Pivot
Yeah.
finds his right. Now his left.
And his right.
And his right again.
He shuffled all the way to
fortune
Broad
for
Street.
Kentucky that he stuck with it and wound up getting the foul call. Hey, it's not E.J. Montgomery's fault they missed it. He kept playing. And that's
16
a
in the
big
box.
play for
Welcome
Montgomery
aboard,
because
everybody.
he's been
Make sure you hit the
struggling
like
last
button,
several games.
hit the subscribe, and he misses the free throw. Dogs
Fairleigh Dickinson
get the
but he's only
board.
had 19 points in the 5 games since then. And coming into the season, I think a lot of
bring
the
that
Kentucky
up.
staff was hoping that it would be EJ
Edwards has it.
moving toward PJ, that he would have the same kind of sophomore
Moving
year
people
that
around,
PJ Washington
drives
did
the
last year.
lane,
Good drive there by Anthony Edwards.
and he gets the
His body looks
foul.
a
Ugly
little
shot,
bit
but he was fouled
like
and will
LeBron
go to
James
the
did when he
line.
was
So,
coming out of high school. He is a
you know,
physical
Edwards
specimen.
has the
Saturday
skill
afternoon,
set.
SEC ACC college hoop doubleheader on ESPN and the app.
I mean,
You'll
yeah,
see
no
Kentucky
shocker.
hosting Alabama. Jay will be at that one.
There's
That's
a
noon
bold
Eastern, then
statement.
13th ranked Louisville. They're in South Bend. They take on Notre Dame. We had Alabama earlier this
He's
week.
predicted to go
They
top
like to
3.
launch threes. Nate Oates has been playing a different style.
This is
of
the
ball
first free throw.
in Alabama.
I figure Edwards knew
Guys,
he was going to be a one and done and wanted to go to a team where he could start right away.
You wonder why did he choose Athens? And it's
A
interesting.
good, decent
Two of his
program.
heroes are
He made the second free throw tie game. If he'd gone to like Duke or something like that, he might not even get to start. Or, you
Victor
know,
Oladipo at Indiana, Tom Crean did. That was a major determining factor on why Edwards chose to come to Athens.
stayed in state, so I appreciate that. I wish he'd stay in Athens another year.
Hagen's in traffic.
Kentucky just getting some isolation, spreading the floor, and going off the dribble. That one from the top. The points in the paint are a separating factor in this one.
Tough shot from Edwards. And a loose ball picked up by
Dogs turnover.
Nice
Layup good.
turnover for Kentucky cost him.
Tie
You gotta
game.
be strong with the ball. That looked like a foul as well. But
Georgia
if you're not
defense
strong with it, the referees
picking
aren't
up
gonna
right where
protect
they
you. You gotta
left
protect
off
yourself.
against Memphis.
Here comes a high screen. Sestina, who can play pick and pop. They're just switching that. And if they keep switching it, you can expect Hagens to try to drive it.
Kentucky can't find an open shot.
Keon Brooks
Check the shot clock.
off the window.
They get the shot off, no good. Georgia rebound.
Comes down with it. And
Edwards
will
pushing it up court. He
That was a heck of a
passes.
rebound by Donnell Gresham.
Driving the lane. Found a spot. And it's good.
Give credit to Gresham, the grad transfer from Northeastern. He got a
Yeah,
tough
Gresham
rebound in
found the
traffic
open
that
spot
led to that layup
in the
on other end.
paint.
That's a big time play.
Hagen gets the foul. Fagan gets the bucket. And we got a good one here in Georgia tonight.
Sorry, yeah, it was Fagan. It was Fagan. All right, we are in a break now, and see a stream health warning. Hate that. So let's go to the stream health tab. Looks like our stream health is back to healthy, but if you notice any buffering, just hang in there. Like and subscribe. Let's get down to the sideline of the chat box. By the way, we'll have open phones at halftime. Got that number on your screen. Halftime show sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. I don't think we've got those Rokus and digital tuners online yet, but those are $20 each, and that includes shipping and handling. Let us know if you like a Roku. We have some tested used Rokus and a digital converter box. So for watching TV over the air, if your television doesn't have a built-in HD tuner, you can use that hooked up to your TV. And I don't have cable. I don't get cable. I just use over the air and the Roku. However, I do, so I can watch this game and log in ESPN. I use my sister's satellite account for her satellite dish. So if you know somebody like a parent or somebody that has an account, just mooch off them and log into your Roku with that, and you'll get a lot more programming. Yeah, there's some buffering going on. Well, what I'm teaching people how to be thrifty. Producer Beth, I mean, you would have to get their permission, and they'd have to give you the login credentials. I'm not suggesting anybody steal anything or do anything dishonest. I've got a bit rate warning, got some buffering, so hang tight, y'all. All right, we are coming back to Athens. where the Dogs have the lead.
Both Tyrese Maxey and Ashton Higgins. Got a few drop-offs. Keon Brooks has had some good plays. Nick Richards, who has 2 fouls and hasn't played a ton of minutes, with a finish there, and then getting the ball at times into the post. With Keon Brooks going with that left shoulder jump hook. So far, Kentucky's game plan of getting the ball into the paint has been solid. But Georgia's done a very nice job of not fouling and not letting Kentucky get to the foul line, where they really outscore their opponents. Mentioned earlier, Kentucky has made, coming into this game, has shot 100 more free throws than their opponents and made 138 more, shooting 80%. That's a
Fagan at the line, and he makes it. 3-point play.
Georgia tonight. Kentucky's attempted 2, and their 6th free throw.
Dogs not intimidated
3-point lead, 7.
by the number 14 team in the country. I can't remember the last time we beat Kentucky.
Goes to the bench, having a good game tonight. Nick Richards out as well.
Smaller lineup right now for Kentucky, especially without Nick Richards being
Kentucky
there.
with a 3.
Quickly knocks down the shot off the relocation pass. Terrific job getting it into the lane and then playing it inside out.
That's their first non-paint field goal. Quickly shooting about 34% from 3. Contested shot. Edwards, that's short. Rebound to Georgia. He'll try again. No good again, and crashing the boards is Maxey. He's got a couple of guys ahead, but he holds it up. Higgins may have gotten away with a walk. You see that called often.
Boy, Georgia has done such a good job on the defensive glass.
Rebound Dogs. Yes, they have done a great job defensively.
Is getting down and rebounding, and they have done it in a gritty fashion. They've been very
tie game, 6-11
met the physical challenge that
in the first
Kentucky
half.
presents on the glass. Good pass.
Rodney Howard gets that ball to Kamara. He is really becoming a very good player for the Bulldogs.
Had a mismatch.
And the scoreboard is a little bit ahead of me.
Covered by a guard off the
We are on a delay here. 2-point lead for the Dogs. Kentucky
take advantage of it.
Last year in this game, they lost by 20 to the Bulldogs. Here with 5:40 to go, they're up by 2. Runner by Quickly, no good. He hustles for his rebound, throws it back up. That's no good.
Another miss. Dogs get the rebound.
He can't get it.
Okay.
He's got to continue to move. Oh, almost a turnover.
Oh.
It was out of bounds.
Almost a turnover.
All right, take a look at Tyrese Maxey here. And Emmanuel.
And I'm drinking
Maxey's going to be on the left right here.
cocoa
Quickly
with
right there.
Kratom.
And Quickly is going to come behind the play and go against the grain on the right-handed
Call in
drive.
about that on the halftime
Georgia
show
lets
if you
him
want.
drive right, and a terrific job of moving like right behind here. And Edwards.
We will check in on the latest trending topics at halftime as well. We'll get you updated on the latest news. All right,
You know who did it best?
Dogs have it.
Soviet national team, a guy named Remus Kurtinitis went against the grain better than anybody back then.
Thought about a 3, drives the lane instead. Layup no good.
Defense by E.J. Montgomery, and Higgins all the way to the rack, lays it up with his left, no good. 2 Kentucky players had a chance at it, and neither come up with it.
They lost control of it.
Out of bounds off Georgia.
Yeah, you gave a lot of credit to that last defensive play, but I didn't hear that glee in your voice when I gave you perhaps the best Soviet Union basketball breakdown
some
that
more
you've heard in the last 40 years.
buffer issues and error messages.
Good gracious.
I was going to ask you to spell his name.
When I bring it to that level, you got to reward that.
All right, we might get another bolt of buffering here as I adjust our delay. Rebound Dogs.
The Russian basketball player who ran that particular play better than everybody. Tough catch for Kamara. And Severe Wheeler says that's on me.
Yeah, Severe Wheeler was able to point to himself, but boy, you got to give credit to Kamara for running the floor, because he's putting a lot of pressure on the Kentucky big guys to get down the floor and cover him. That young man is a good player now. He's going to be really good. Tamani Kamara is from Belgium.
Thanks for the buffering report there from A-Bomb, our moderator.
That kid can play.
Best moderator of the
FIBA
biz.
European Championship team in 2016. What can you tell so far? Just the fact that Georgia's got a 2-point lead against Kentucky coming off that massive win against Memphis.
Well, they've defended pretty well according to their
A-Bomb may be calling in for the Braves report at halftime.
And discipline. They've had a hard time forcing Kentucky to the left. They did it with Maxey that time. What a play by Tyrese Maxey. I mean, you force him to his left, he's still able to make that play because Hammonds couldn't cut him off along the baseline. Boy, Maxey is
Wheeler,
so explosive.
in the point guard.
Against Michigan State, their opener, when he went for
Dogs
26.
swinging around.
It was almost as if everyone expected, oh, well, he's just going to have 20.
For three. Boom, shakalaka.
He doesn't look like he has a migraine in this one.
Hammonds
at 26 against Georgia Tech, 21 against SMU. He has been putting up some really good numbers, especially rebounding.
Got 20 in the box. Glad to have you aboard, guys. Like and subscribe. Thumbs up the live stream for your boy.
And he's doing it off the bounce.
Dogs got a 1-point lead and the ball.
Competitive nature of these guys. You wonder, with all the talk about Anthony Edwards, if Tyrese Maxey said, wait a minute, I'm a high school senior too, playing at the collegiate level right now. Both these kids so
We have picked up a new subscriber. Thank you very much. When that happens, you'll see that number on the bottom of your screen tick up.
Other side of the rim to avoid the shot block, and Rayshawn Hammonds just got scored on. He says, deal
Gets
with this.
dopamine. Da-da-da.
Fantasy football is over. Sure, the guy who auto-drafted won again, but this is the
yeah, the guy that auto-drafted won again. That's after a couple years. That was A-Bomb's strategy every year. You know, the auto-draft always ends up picking somebody that's injured. Ah, shit. Prepare for more possible buffering. I wonder if the cat's downloading something. What are you doing, kitty? Shit. Last time he got on the computer, the mouse didn't work for a week. Yeah, we do not have a stable stream tonight from my ISP. Every now and then. We are in a break. And if we struck back against Iran yet, they sent some missiles to an Iraqi military base where American troops are stationed earlier this evening. So we hope to get you an update on that. We'll use the breaking news graphic if something happens and we need to break in. It'll look like this. Buckwheat has been shot. Buckwheat has been shot. And Iran is firing missiles at us. We are in a break. Tonight's playback action is sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga. About to head back to the Stegman.
Part of the game, but if you can get into the lane, like Kentucky's been getting into the lane and shoot the
bad buffering error
like they do. I mean, I don't know about you guys, you know, in the studio, but I can't remember seeing a stat where you've shot 100 more free throws than your opponent, but you've made 138 more. I mean, you know, Kentucky's shooting 80% from the line as a team. Really, really remarkable to this point in the season.
20% from three-point land tonight. They're 1 of 5. Georgia 3 of 10 from three-point land. Halftime report coming up with those guys. 2:39 to go here. Rare miss for Maxey and a quick run out for Wheeler. Challenges quickly, and that ball's deflected out of bounds off Khalil Whitney.
I'm disabling some internet devices to save on bandwidth here. It's at a premium. And already, yeah, maybe it was a laptop. The cat's laying on the laptop. And I just got under his fat ass, and I had to get my hand up under his fat butt over there.
Yeah, for the most part, Marty, they've been doing that.
And I turned off my phone as well, so something was amiss. But I think we have stabilized that. Dogs get an offensive rebound. Uh-oh.
Half a step too slow.
Foul on Kentucky.
Whitney, it might have just been that Xavier Wheeler was just half a step quicker, man. That dude
I've never seen a cat
can motor. And he's
knock down a network. I predicted that earlier. I said the cat could do it.
He's got a great demeanor out on the court. And he was supposed to go to Texas
Our new
A&M.
stream status is
He had
excellent.
committed to Texas A&M, but when
We're
Billy Kennedy
back.
was fired, his recruiting was opened up. And Billy Kennedy's actually here tonight.
Producer Best rebooting her
scouting for the
computer.
Nets. But Xavier Wheeler was a terrific get for the University of Georgia. He's a terrific player.
Free throw is good. 3-point game, Georgia. 2:09 in the first half. The Dogs up against number 14 Kentucky at the Stegman.
Nice job staying in front of Ashton Hagen.
Oh, look at that graphic. Kentucky 1 for 10 shooting outside of the paint tonight.
That was a cheap one. He shouldn't have picked that up.
The smothering Georgia defense.
Have to get him out of there so he doesn't pick up a third before halftime.
And the Kratom's kicking in.
One of the reasons they're so good at the free throw line is this guy right here.
When you have a cup of Kratom, whether it's cocoa or coffee, you need to stir it before you get to the bottom of it. Otherwise, you're going to have a little sludge. So make sure you stir that on the reg. Doesn't dissolve.
He's only missed 2 free. Then he misses. Talk about he's automatic.
Never misses.
Delish.
This is a remarkable stat. The
cocoa, you don't even taste anything but
Kentucky
cocoa.
gives itself. Not just getting there, but knocking free throws down when they get there.
1:50 to go in the first half.
Khalil Whitney stays on the floor. Calipari told us earlier today, I got to get production from Brooks and Whitney. If we're going to really go deep, we need those two guys.
I wish I bet on this game. Wheeler drives the lane, kicks it out. Fake for 3, pulls up, runs the lane, misses, gets his own rebound. And here comes a big dunk out of nowhere.
To Brown, and this place is on its feet, up by 5.
Christian Brown off the bench.
Tom Crean has to be delighted.
Listen to this crowd. Turnover, Dogs get it. 2-on-1. Transition, layup is good. And the foul.
What a sequence for Georgia.
They are going apeshit in Athens. Woo!
What can Brown do?
Who would have thunk it, A-Bomb?
Dunk over you. And then
Who would have thunk it beat by the books? Sports Live and the ATL. You know, that guy's gonna take some cancer medicine tonight.
And then keeps his eyes up and finishes the play. Those are big time plays.
He misses the free throw. Come on.
Freshman guard, 6'6", out of Hopkins, South Carolina, and a 7-point lead, largest of the night for the Bulldogs.
We got 10 in the house. Welcome aboard. Like and subscribe.
Sequence for Kentucky. Can they get a score or 2 and a stop?
Mexican for Golovkin showed up. He's smoking a big joint, and Goose is plowing his hot wife tonight.
This is where you got to be tough and get the shot you want.
E.J. Montgomery, no good.
No good. Dogs with the rebound. 37 seconds in the first half and a 7-point lead.
So Georgia's going to use the clock.
Are you kidding me?
Take it all the way down. Still have time, plenty of time for an offensive rebound.
We got 13 in the house, 526 playbacks, and our average watch time up to $1.11. 4 likes, and the Dogs are milking it. Here they go. Now they're going to run it. Oh, open jam! Anthony Edwards down the baseline. He gets behind the defense. Delivery. Signed and sealed. Kentucky does shoot a last-second 2 as the clock expires. Halftime is here, then the Dogs up 37-1. And Edwards loving the crowd, and they're loving him back.
A gritty first half, but there's 20 more to go.
Whew. I wish I was at this Stegman tonight.
Thanks, Ravi. Coach, how would you assess that first half performance?
And more interviews with Marty.
We're playing hard. We got to get the points in the paint taken care of. A few times when we've switched, we haven't gotten behind, or we haven't gotten in front, and we've got to do a better job there. We just got to keep getting ball pressure on them. We got to keep running on them, and the whole thing's going to come down to how we rebound.
A big run there at the end of the first half. You have such a young team. How would you assess how they're managing this atmosphere?
Oh, they did a great job. I mean, to make plays like that on the attack, broken plays, attacking the rim, that's what we got to do. That's what Kentucky's doing. That's what we have to do.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Appreciate your time. Ravi?
Thank you, Marty. Got loud. Georgia 6-0 this year. We're leading at the half, and we have seen a number of buckets go through.
Wow.
Above the rim.
Wow.
We count 3 dunks. It feels like 33. Halftime report with Kevin Negandhi, Seth Greenberg, LaFonso Ellis, following a short commercial break.
All right, this is the Bone Crusher Show. Glad to have you aboard. It is halftime now. The Dogs up 37-31. We're going to check out some stats maybe, and then we will get those phones open for you. You can go ahead and call in tonight at 678-744-9722. I didn't test that. I should have tested the phone lines. I usually do. So hopefully they're working tonight. But let's get to a few stats. Hagens leads the Kentucky scoring with 8 points. Maxey also has 8. Brooks Jr. with 6. Montgomery 2. Richards with 4. And quickly off the bench for the Wildcats with 3. The Cats are shooting 42% and 33% from 3-point. So, I mean, that's not horrible at all. The Dogs shooting 43% and only 27% from the 3-point line. Hammonds has 7, Kamara with 4, Edwards has 8, including that monster jam at the end of the first half, and Crump has 3. Off the bench for the Dogs, Brown with 4. He had a great jam as well. Wheeler, Mr. Ignition with 4. Harris with 2. And Fagan, out of nowhere, has 5 off the bench as well. All right, it's the halftime show, sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga. 678-744-9722. If I hadn't turned off my phone, I would test it. Maybe we'll join ESPN's halftime show. $19 in the box. We got 4 likes. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up on the like. And last subscriber check was 223, so let's get a fresh sub check, brah. Yes, new subscriber, so let's tick that number up to 224. See that number move up on your screen, and everybody gets a shot of dopamine. There you go. Once we get to 1,000, so I guess we're almost a quarter away to 1,000, then Super Chat is enabled. Well, what a great atmosphere at the Stegman Coliseum tonight. Dogs looking electric. They've kept the momentum going after doing so well against Memphis and beating them. When they beat a number 9 team in Memphis, that No one expected that, and to see what we're seeing here is pretty special. It's a shame we're going to lose Anthony Edwards after 1 year. That is. But if he was going to play longer in college ball, he probably would have gone to a different school. All right. All right, I think my phone's booted up, so let's test to make sure the phone line is working here. Six, 7-8-744-9722 if you want to get in on the halftime show. So I'm going to call in. I usually test this before the game, before the halftime show. Hello, welcome to the Pfister Show. Yeah, long time. That's feeling a little reverby. All right. Some great call quality there. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break and queue everyone up in the phone banks. It's halftime, and the Dogs are leading. I got some Walmart Manager Special donuts, like a dozen glazed donuts for $1.43. They're a little old, but the price is right.
Thomas and Seth Greenberg, and the magic number for Seth in Chestnut Hill tonight.
60. Yeah. You're a winner.
What about the Eagles? We saw Jay Heath there on the outside. When you're up by 10 against the Cavaliers, that's a good sign.
They did a great job of moving the basketball from side to side, making kickouts, knocking down threes, and getting in the lane and making plays.
Now for the Cavaliers, the big story is who's going to score for them, Seth.
Especially in short clock situations. And this is a Virginia team that's offensively challenged. They're going to play possession games. Where do they go late game? Last year was Ty Jerome. Kia Clark, really not the same finisher. Nice job in transition right there by Mamadi Diakite.
Yeah, Diakite right there, but Jared Hamilton 16 points off the bench, and BC with a nice win on their home floor, and they get to 60, so they get the W. That's a requirement for every game against
You got 60, you got a good shot at winning.
Meanwhile, Louisville hosting Miami, and early on, they're looking good running the floor.
No question about it. This is a Louisville team that the hole in their team is point guard play. I thought Darius Perry did a great job of managing the team tonight and getting 10 points as well.
And Jordan Warren was terrific tonight. Shot selection was good, rebounded his position. This was a huge game for Louisville.
Yes.
They have to find a way to close games. Miami made a run. They showed toughness and execution down the stretch. That's a step forward for Louisville.
Wore the double-double, 12 rebounds, 19 points. They finished strong to win this one, 74-58. Seth, you like what you're seeing so far from the Gators and their offense taking on South Carolina?
Yeah, they were struggling offensively. They started to develop an offensive identity. It starts with Andrew Nebard, not only distributing, he had 10 assists, but scoring it. Scotty Lewis, the McDonald's All-American, is starting to understand his role.
Nebard from the outside, dropping the three with a nice look there off the screen, and Florida would go on to win this one 81-68. We go to the well, we got some more scores here staying in the SEC. Tennessee winning by 10 over Mizzou on the road. James with 11 and 7. To the American in Philadelphia here. Temple taking on Houston, two pretty good teams, and Houston from the outside, they got some good looks.
There's no question about it. Caleb Mills is an outstanding freshman that no one's talking about. Needs a bit more notoriety, but this Houston team has 4 guards that can flat out get it.
You just talked about them. I'll tell you what Houston does do. They rebound the basketball. They are hard to keep off the glass. Their guard play is terrific, and they've got a tough, this is a big-time road win. You don't just roll to Philly and get it done.
No, you don't. Not on North
welcome,
Broad,
Bill.
Look at this, around the perimeter.
Bill Jogathon and the
Houston holding on to win.
Georgia Post, all right.
I'm okay.
Got some Kentucky fans in the house.
Halftime report.
Everybody was going nuts. I was losing in 10th
We're in a break.
Had to get 3 strikes in a row in order to try to win it.
It's halftime. And I understand that Bill's a little upset. Bill, I understand your pain. Who are these Georgia Bulldogs to come in and manhandle? Don't they know who these Kentucky Wildcats are? All right, it's halftime. The Dogs with a 6-point lead. It's really been about the Georgia defense and a transition ball for the Dogs. All right, we are moments away from the second half. More play-by-play reaction. Go ahead and hit us up in the chat box too. Be like Bill. Like and subscribe. We'll be right back with more. Well, fuck that scoreboard. The rest of the halftime, the phone lines are open. No Bill's welcome to call in. 678-744-972. Don't wash your hands, you're a pig. It's like those Naked Gun movies. You always hear Leslie Nielsen go to the bathroom there. All right, let's get back to Athens and the Bone Crusher Show.
Especially over the last few games.
He had only 4 points. You see the points in the paint. Kentucky over Georgia there. The bench scoring was a big story as well. Only 3 free throws for Kentucky. And again, as Jay said,
Georgia will be inbounding.
Anthony Edwards leads the way with 8. Rayshawn Hammond 7. The
top can they keep up the intensity and the defense one more half?
For Higgins and Maxey for Kentucky.
That is a lot to ask against the powerhouse Kentucky team.
From the basket, keep them away from the rim so they can make them one-on-one defenders on the perimeter.
Nate Sestina played 3:58 and did not take a shot. He just picked up a foul. Marty?
Jay noted how often.
If you like to watch some of this, producer Beth,
line in the first half.
I'll
that
adjust
drove
the telly.
Coach Calipari crazy. I chatted with him as he exited the locker room.
Producer Beth doesn't need to see the game. She hears me. That's all the excitement she needs in her life. Is to listen to me scream and yell.
That's a great point, Marty, because the words that John Calipari has chosen for his team over the last month or so have been fight and finish.
Is there a chiropractor in the house?
Road game for Kentucky, and for some of the younger players, you know, they haven't been in an environment quite like this. But there are
8-point lead for the Dogs. Free throw is good.
Sestina, a grad transfer from Bucknell. They played in difficult environments.
Well, 12 seconds in, they immediately sent Georgia to the free throw line. And the lead grows to 8. Sestina down low, working hard, and the little jump hook.
No good. Rebound Dogs.
Rebound was down on the floor. Tyree Crump, who had leaked out in the first half and didn't go in and rebound, stuck his nose in there to grab that.
Got another bit rate warning.
They're going to call that off Gresham. He was
Irish #1 is in the house. Now, I do not have a link to watch the game, but we got the play-by-play audio from ESPN for you.
The 2 best point guard defenders in the country are Trey Jones of Duke and Ashton Higgins of Kentucky.
We got Irish #1. We got Bill in the house. Welcome aboard, guys. 6 likes. Thanks for the likes. Keep them coming. 15 in the house.
In the top 5 among
the Dogs have an 8-point lead.
Nationally, he's just really a good player.
Lays it up and lays it in. Struggled to start this game, of course.
Kentucky able to penetrate the Georgia defense that time. Dogs for 3. No good. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I guess you can do that every once in a while, but take a second.
Nick Richards working the glass, can't get it to go. Loose ball picked up again by Richards, and that ball will stay with Kentucky out on Rayshawn Hammonds.
Richards had 2 opportunities to finish.
6-point lead for the Dogs. This is a critical point in the game where Georgia needs to keep the momentum going. You cannot give Kentucky an inch.
6 double-doubles on the season already from Nick Richards.
A floppy set where Tyrese Maxey can
They're going to drive the lane on us again, and foul on Edwards.
All day yesterday in practice, Georgia worked on verticality, going up straight, and then watch the right arm. It comes down. and he looked like he got all ball, but when the arm comes down on a shot block opportunity, the referees are going to call fouls more often than not.
Maxey makes the first. Remind everybody, tomorrow night, huge NBA Wednesday double dip. 7:30 Eastern, Luka and the Mavs host Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, the Nuggets. Then the Chase Center for Giannis and the Bucks as they go against D'Angelo Russell and the Warriors. Our coverage starts with Stephen A's pregame sports.
224 subscribers. Thank you very much. Like and sub. If you're a Braves fan, definitely subscribe to our moderator A-Bomb's channel.
I'm not sure. Is there a better passing?
Dogs have a 4-point lead now. For 3 again. Again a miss. So a couple ill-advised 3-point attempts from the Dogs, and
you know who's in the building tonight beyond?
I'm afraid I've seen them do this before.
The Woj.
So right now it's up to the coach to make him settle down and run some plays.
It was a masterpiece.
A long 3 from Kentucky is good.
It's a 1-point lead.
Shit.
That's the first 3 that Sestina's hit in the game since the Ohio State game, where he hit 5. He had 17 points in that game, and pick and pop, he's really dangerous. Georgia just spent too much time with the ball and not enough with him on the switch.
Edwards.
Georgia, another long 3. Edwards makes that one, though.
Place on the floor, over half court. He won't shoot.
They ran that little
4-point lead for the Dogs.
Came from behind, and that looked like some of the shots he hit in Maui.
More buffer
reports. He had a
reports.
second half that was just spectacular.
Our stream health has been up and down tonight.
In the second half alone against the Spartans.
Of his 37. Quickly, wide open. Nice job by Nick Richards there, too, to help him clear the lane.
Shielded away a shot block.
Call a timeout, coach. Come on.
Georgia cannot allow this Kentucky team to get to their
what happened to our scoreboard here?
Too good off the dribble. Right, you go underneath on Edwards, and he's going to pull up and shoot it, and he's got a good stroke. But Edwards defensively, just like quickly, get to that right hand far too easily, and that's really the next step for Edwards. He can be a great defender, not a good one, but a great
nice
one.
pass.
Great matchup here.
Nothing open. Tight defense from Kentucky. Man-to-man. Another long 3 attempt. Good! Edwards stroking it. 5-point lead for the Dogs. Edwards is enjoying every minute of his 1-year college career. He is soaking up the experience.
Richards double team quickly, and they're going to get a foul.
Yeah, didn't need to go for the steal there. Kamara just needed to come over and have good position, but Sestina on the switch got put in the popcorn machine. And Edwards with the little
Come on,
step
dude. You'd
back,
rather
but
play another
straight
year in
up.
Georgia. You don't want to go to some D-League or go have to play in Europe or something.
When a scorer like, there aren't many scorers like Anthony Edwards, but when a scorer gets hot, man, there's no telling how many he can put in.
Good look to Nick Richards, who came down and still able to dunk it as he kept his hands high. He's got 6.
Every drive that Kentucky gets to the rim, they are subject to throwing that ball up to Richards for a lob.
Edwards threw that ball away. He looks at Kamara and said, "Why'd you vacate?"
7 likes. Thank you very much.
Tom Crean. Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, but I think I got the scoreboard working again now. Every now and then it does that. It's like OBS, the software we use to do this. It loses its setting of the web page and just grabs whatever bullshit it can off the screen. So thank you for that report, A-Bomb, our moderator.
In the 2nd Battalion.
That's why he's one of the best in the biz. He keeps me looking and sounding on point. And we are in a break, so let me bring down that movie promo. Speaking of promos, today I produced the imaging for a WWE wrestling promo that's airing on VLZ 97.1 in Knoxville, Tennessee. Maybe we'll take a quick listen to that while we're in a break. All right. Everyone prepare to get wet.
97.1 VLZ. Welcome.
God damn, that's loud.
The WWE Live. Back to Knoxville, Saturday, January 18th. The New Year's Revolution Tour with Roman Reigns, The Miz, Alexa Bliss, and more.
Text WWE to 865-505-1015 to get instantly qualified to win your way in.
WWE Live, Saturday, January 18th at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Get tickets and info now at blzrocks.com.
All right, shit. And while that happened, we lost a satellite feed to ESPN. So we're going to have to pull up another stream here. So we'll be rejoining the game in progress right after this.
Cricket, soccer, what we call football in Jamaica. Volleyball, track and field, so basically everything but basketball. And what was your best?
Well, that wasn't any better, was it? All right, we are about to rejoin the network with the game. I apologize for the delay here. All right.
Have some fun, and Nick couldn't have been more accommodating, and what a great sport, and what a great young man.
So the trophies are Leah's. Leah's an incredibly decorated, successful, great volleyball player.
She's one of the, not only best in the country, best in the world. I mean, she's a spectacular volleyball player.
After the timeout, quickly, Maxey and Hagen's on the floor. They're going to get a foul.
Offensive
and they're going to call it on Nick Richards.
He put that left arm up to try to create some space. That's the second offensive foul he's gotten, just trying to wrestle for position. And sometimes, man, when you are fighting in the post, it's almost like you feel like you're getting picked on a little bit. There's not much there. That's just good hard post play. But you know, look, the officials have been instructed to clean that up. It's just they haven't been doing it most of the year. They're doing it tonight.
Rough night for Richards. He's on the bench with 3. They're going to get E.J. Montgomery as Rayshawn Hammonds just lowered his shoulder and went right into it. Nick ready to come right back in. It's sort of been the way the season early has gone. College basketball high-ranked teams falling to lower-ranked teams. Ohio State, Virginia loses tonight, 60-53. Penn State beaten, and obviously Kentucky losing here. Villanova also losing tonight in the Big East.
Well, I believe all those are on the road, which is not a great surprise. I mean, Virginia losing at Boston College, I think that would raise a lot of eyebrows. Yep. But Virginia is nowhere near the team this year they were last year. They can't score. They can still guard. But Ohio State, they're 1-3 in the Big Ten right now.
And a high-ranked team. Which team is the same or better than last year?
I mean, there are a number of teams that are better than last year, but overall, if you took the top 5, top 10 teams this year and put them against the top 10 teams last year, I don't think any of them would win.
Right.
You know, maybe the
3-point lead for the Dogs.
10th team could beat
15:30 left in the game.
This year's 10th team, but
Dogs inbounding.
But last year's teams were just better to this point in the season.
Feeds it down low.
Hammonds with Sistine on him. That looked like a foul, no call. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. In the corner.
Wide open 3. No good. Rebound, Dogs.
Left, no good.
Oh.
And Sistina in traffic with a big rebound. He can do that, but that one is way
off. Air ball.
Yeah, that one was a trail 3. And he's
from way downtown. No good. Oh, that was just
One thing
That was
Georgia
redonk.
doesn't want to do is give up
Way too far.
just like they did. I mean, Kentucky is a good transition team. They get about 32% of their points in transition. And that's the easiest way for the Wildcats to score, that and offensive glass and free throws. And you know what? Anytime you take a bad shot, and I'm not saying it was a bad shot, but maybe an ill-advised one on the last possession, a bad shot's the first pass in your opponent's fast break.
Welcome to the sideline. Welcome to the chat box. Doobie Scoo, are you for Kentucky? Doobie, I'm not. I'm a dog fan, but we do welcome Kentucky fans.
No foul call, but give the bucket to Jordan Harris.
Jordan Harris is an athlete, man. He had a great play along the baseline against Memphis.
3-point lead for the Dogs.
And he's had a couple of super athletic plays in this game on both ends of the floor. Got a switch. Richards has Severe Wheeler on him.
Quickly threw it up, follows it, keeps it alive.
Oh.
Well, this is the way the game started out, with Kentucky getting to some loose balls and offensive rebounds.
Rebound Dogs.
Have to continue to do
Edwards brings it up.
Part of the first half, which is get all 5 guys on the defensive glass. I mean, really, there are 2 parts of the possession. There's the defensive part. When the shot goes up, then the fight begins.
Edwards spins. Layup is good.
He's got away with it.
Anthony Edwards continues to pile points.
5-point lead.
And a big smile on his face. He always seems to have a smile on his face.
Like Kentucky was there on him.
He's enjoying it.
And Kentucky gets the offensive foul, but didn't get the call on the other end. Now watch Edwards here, guarded by Maxey, who's big and strong. Maxey's in good position, and he took a forearm right in the shoulder.
I guess Maxey was not. His feet weren't set or anything.
Strong guy in Anthony Edwards that's got great body balance.
5-point lead for the Dogs, 13-28.
It is really hard to knock him off balance, and boy, he gives you a
oh shit.
shot and you go flying.
6'5", 225.
Yeah, Maxey's.
That happened for a second a little while ago. All right. Okay, we're taking a break. We'll straighten that out.
With the left, tough shot. Boy, Maxey twice now. Once didn't leave his feet, but he almost did. That time he did. How about Wheeler picking the pocket of Nick Richards?
Richards didn't go right away, which he should have. And what a play by Hagans to knock it away.
Quickly lays it in.
Boy, that is quite a turnaround for Kentucky. Hagans coming from behind to back tip that ball away.
11:54 to go in this game. Dogs 1-point lead.
In the post, he didn't make a quick move, and Wheeler took it away from him. It looked like Georgia was going to get something easy. Instead, it was a complete reversal.
In the lane.
Great shot again.
Wow.
Jordan Harris is having.
Boy, he had an arm wrapped around him. And then Richards coming over from the weak side to try to wipe it away, and still got it off the glass and in.
There was no room there, but he found a spot. 3-point lead for the Dogs.
Sestina, great position and a mismatch.
Oh.
Misses the first. Misses the second.
Gets his
Richards taps it up and in.
Well, you got to get a body on Richards. Everybody decided they wanted to jump.
2 offensive rebounds right there.
For it. That's the value of having Richards on the floor.
11 minutes to go in this game. Producer Beth.
After he got that third foul, he took him out and put him right back in.
Producer Beth was trying to sleep last game, and I'm down here yelling, Producer Beth, we won!
And he's going to get fouled. Looks like it'll be on Hagans.
One thing when you are playing Kentucky, you have to know where Ashton Hagans is all the time. Great steal by Severe Wheeler. Taking it down, he puts it in his other hand, and Hagans takes it away from him and turns defense into offense. And nobody puts a body on Nick Richards, able to tip it in. Who's dusting his trophies?
All right, we are in a break. And the Dogs just don't seem quite as electric here in the second half. It is 51-50. Georgia with a 1-point lead. We've seen a lot of, Wild West 3-point attempts from the Dogs. Some of those have gone in. We got to get back to tough defense, transition ball, keep control, and I think they're going to get back into that. But with Kentucky, I mean, boy, if they're going to be there right to the end, and they are a team that has experience in this situation, and that may pay dividends. We are in a break right now. Let's head down to the chat room, the sideline. We got It's Mo 2K. Yo, Mo. Welcome to Mo's. I don't know if you know this, It's Mo 2K, but there's a chain restaurant called Mo's. I don't know if it's a regional thing. I'm in the Southeast, and I've seen them all over the Southeast. But every time you walk in, they yell, "Welcome to Mo's." And sometimes those guys are having a bad day, and they say it very aggressively, like they're really upset. And I just wish none of these restaurants would yell, "Welcome to Mo's" or "Welcome to whatever" when I walked in the door. Hi, hello, a nice, be with you in a minute. I don't need them. "Welcome to Mo's." Ugh. All right, we are in a break. About to head back down to the Stegman Coliseum. What a game here. And yes, I am a Bulldog fan. And, how many times have we seen Kentucky just crush, our hopes of having a good season? But we just beat Memphis and on the cusp of another big upset here. We got 22 in the box, 8 likes. Thanks for all the likes. Let's get one more subscriber check before we get back to the Stegman. All right, last check was at 224. And we're up to 225. Thank you very much. So we'll see that number on the bottom of your screen tick up, 225 subs. Eat your heart out, A-Bomb. All right, let's get back down to the Stegman now as the Dogs are shooting free throws.
Hate it when that happens.
Are you familiar with Quavo's work beyond that song? Practice
more so Jeezy's work, but
right.
Quavo and I have the same dentist.
Is that right?
Yes.
Leg humper.
Have you not seen
the acid LSD dentist?
There's a big smile too on Anthony Edwards most of the time. He's
Dogs make
right
2.
His team's up 3. Getting him a breather with 10:40 to go, and what's been a very, very exciting basketball game in front of a packed house here.
Yes, it has.
Georgia,
yes, it is.
Over Memphis. It was their first win on the road against the top 10 team in forever.
Boy, John Calipari getting on Keon Brooks. He had an opportunity to get the ball into Nate Sestina in the post and was late and wound up making a
Jake the Snake down in the chat box says upset. I'm pretty sure Georgia was close to favored. I thought it was a 7-1
if they get a mismatch
favor for Kentucky, but I thought I read that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Again, tremendous effort here on the floor, and the battle for it, and possession arrow favors Kentucky. How about the quick hands?
We got 28 in the box.
Yeah, Kentucky's going to get the ball because
welcome everybody.
Christian Brown had
what a great game we have for you here.
Touching the basketball, and it's just the rule. If you're out of bounds and you touch the ball, even though it looked like it was a tie-up.
I mean, if you're a Georgia fan, win or lose, you got to be excited how we're playing. How we played against Memphis, Michigan State, how we're playing right now. They're changing the call.
Will not change. It'll stay with Kentucky. 7 on the shot clock on the inbounds.
That's a foul. Yeah, good job by Maxey to put the ball on the deck. He's such a hard driver.
What up, David Stouffer?
John Anderson, Zuba Mahente. They will follow our game with SportsCenter. A good look at Anthony Edwards' path to Georgia and soon the NBA. Plenty of college hoop ranked teams in action. A lot of them losing. Rachel Nichols sits down with Luka Doncic at SportsCenter after college hoops on ESPN.
How about all those like Stouffer frozen dinners? Those are pretty good. Who doesn't like a Stouffer frozen entree?
It's 6.
That's fantastic. It
was. They talked about, too, how both his mother and grandmother both passed away from cancer in the same year. They both passed away on the 5th of the month. And that's why Anthony Edwards wears number 5 on his uniform.
Dogs with 3-point lead, 10 minutes in the game.
Right now,
Georgia has the ball.
The offense has slowed down a little bit for Georgia. It's on
We're running some plays.
Not getting as quick a cuts as they were getting in the first
almost
half,
turns it over.
On the defense.
6 seconds on the play on the shot clock. Drives the lane, pass, and the jam.
Jordan Harris highlights tonight.
Well, give credit to Jordan Harris for cutting to the basket and making himself available to Fagan. That was a terrific
5-point
cut.
lead with 9:30. I think I just gave producer Beth a heart attack.
A little more than halfway through.
The
Georgia
cardiac kid.
And a pickoff.
Turnover. Oh, they got it back. Oh.
And Maxey, dagger 3.
And it's always been Higgins that has turned a bad situation for Kentucky into a good one.
Wheeler steps through, throws it up off the window, and it goes.
Doesn't Xavier Wheeler know he's too small to do that?
David's in the house. Jake's in the house. Mo's here. Doobie Scoo is here. A-Bomb's here. Bill, Irish number 1. Mexican Fergo Lovkin. Sports Live in the ATL. Beat by the book.
The defensive play by Rodney Howard.
It looked like he got hit. That looked like a
free
foul.
shout-outs. 8 likes. 8 likes. Thank you very much. Keep them coming.
Sestina and the foul. Good touch pass from Tyrese Maxey.
Oh.
Boy, what a strong take by Sestina. Went up with both hands and
2-point game.
He is a big, strong man. Really a pretty touch pass by Maxey. And that's just awfully difficult for Ty Fagan to be able to go up and try to block that with his left hand.
27 in the box.
Your body in between.
Welcome everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe. Your moderator on duty is A-Bomb.
Role of last year's Reed Travis.
Missed the free throw. Georgia gets the rebound.
Kid misses the free throw.
And make sure you subscribe to A-Bomb's channel too, especially if you're a Atlanta Braves fan.
Basketball overseas.
Catchers and pitchers report in 1 month.
Touched the ball in a while. He needs to be.
Dogs have it.
Using it as a
running a competent offense right now.
The bucket.
For 3, he's open. It's off the board. No good at all. I think he missed the rim. Kentucky pushing it up the floor, and they're going to try a 3. Oh, shit. Shit.
Emmanuel quickly has been playing so well of late. Last 2 games, 20 points a game. 6 of 14 from 3.
8:04.
He caught that ready to shoot. Got a low release on that shot, but you give him some time and space, and that was nothing but net for Emmanuel quickly.
First lead since 21-19 for Kentucky.
You leave it to me.
Now, just like that. All right, we got a call coming in, so we'll take a quick call on the break. All right, welcome to the Bone Crusher Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Pennsylvania. Is this the live game broadcast going on?
Yeah, we're on a delay, so you're not going to hear yourself for just a second on the air, but you are on the air.
Oh, I'm on the air. Okay, shout out to Philly. Shout out to Strong Island, Hempstead, New York. I'm from New York. I'm down here in Philly doing my thing, checking out the Bone Crusher Show, the illest show in town. You know what I'm saying? I love the way my man give it up. The Bone Crusher is the illest. Believe it when it comes to sports. So, what's the score right now, Bone Crush?
Yeah, shout out also going out to NyQuil. Right now the Dogs are down by 1.
That's me, baby. Oh, I'm live on the air, y'all. What up, New York? Happy New Year.
We're in a commercial break right now.
Yo, baby, you hear me?
Yeah.
All right,
come the
shout out to
out.
Angie
Yeah.
Petty from Strong Island. Shout out to my baby, 30-something years.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been together 30 years. Yeah, Angie Petty from Grove Street, Westbury. Oh, can't forget my boy D Most from Westbury on the Bone Crusher show. All right, Strong Island, I'm about to sign off. One love, the Bone Crusher show, #1.
All right. Thank you, sir, for the
All right,
call.
Bone Crusher. All right, baby.
Peace
I'm
out.
out.
All right. You never know what you're going to get on the Bone Crusher show. Yeah, shout out to Weatherbury. And, man, he's got a large crew. We're still in a break here. Dogs trailing by 1. It's been an exciting game for the Dogs. You know, we beat Memphis last game in Memphis and playing Kentucky really well, but the Wildcats have just taken the lead back for the first time in a while. And, oh, man, when Kentucky does that, all right, well, let's take it back to the Stegman Coliseum in Athens, Georgia, and we'll get that shout-out line back open in a minute.
Back to Ravi J and Marty.
You're looking at conferences as the Big East, top to bottom, the best, the most competitive.
I think the Big Ten is the best, but the Big East is right there. You know, the Big East has so many good teams. There's not a bad team in the league. And, man, the guards in the Big East are terrific. But boy, you know who's been terrific in the second half has been Kentucky. Their offense has reached a different level. They're shooting close to 58% in the second half.
You're right, though. You read the mind of Tom Crean. Like, let's get Rayshad Hammonds a little more active. He missed 2 there.
Kentucky has it in transition.
And the bucket.
Shit.
What a shot. And what a play from Tyrese Maxey.
What a drive. Forced to his left. He winds up getting to that right hand on the other side of the basket. Ooh. Now, some people will call that an up and under. It's not. It's just a double clutch and a great play. A fantastic drive and finish by Tyrese Maxey, and Kentucky starting to exert themselves.
Son of a bitch. We're back in the break now, and this is what you fear when you play Kentucky. This is what you worry about. It's what you come to expect as a Georgia fan. But I think the Dogs are going to play strong here and finish strong. Win or lose, they're not going to get run out of the gym. And, hey, those shout-out lines are always open for you. 678-744-9722. Thanks again for the call. New York in the house. Your moderator tonight is A-Bomb. And make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. He's going to be bringing you a lot of baseball this year, a lot of MLB. Braves, Atlanta Braves. But, you know, if you're a New York Mets fan, there you go. I don't think we're going to have any... I can't remember the last time we played the Yankees outside. Have we ever had a interleague game with them outside the playoffs? That's the kind of information you'll get on the A-Bomb show. All right, this is the Bone Crusher. We're in a break, so let's take a break. It's sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga from New York to LA. Get some swag at TreasureHunt.ga when you click on Sports Fans. $25 in the house, coming up on 987 playbacks. We'll get a sub check in a sec.
There's 8 minutes to go. Look at this atmosphere. Gentlemen, it doesn't get any better than this.
It's been great all night. So's Maxey. 9 of the 17 have come in the second half. Kentucky on a 7-0 run. They've made their last
There's music
5.
from the White Stripes.
Georgia 0 for their last 4.
And Kentucky all year long has been working with Tyrese Maxey to be decisive with the ball. When he catches it, catch it ready to shoot.
They missed the free throw.
And he's got a ton of game.
3-point lead.
17 points in this one.
I think the cat wants more food.
Game he had against Louisville.
Did you open the bag, Kitty? Oh, it's empty.
Emmanuel quickly guarded Jordan Mora and did a spectacular job. And then turned around against Missouri. Emmanuel quickly had 23 in that one.
Yeah. Quickly's got 51 his last 3. Hammond shot no good. Georgia's gone cold here 0 for their last 5.
And it's 1 and out.
Montgomery, Richards, and the foul. All
Fuck.
Wildcats right now.
Right now, Georgia not getting back on defense after the shot.
Man, oh man.
When Georgia didn't get the rebound, they
Come on, guys.
bust it back. And as a result, Nick Richards ran right down Main Street to the rim and got the and one.
Got Michael Charles down in the chat box. Welcome aboard, Michael Charles. Where are you at tonight? In fact, where's everybody at tonight? We know New York's in the house, Atlanta's in the house, PCB is in the house.
Big difference for Kentucky when Nick Richards is on the floor.
Oh, they make that one. Well, it is a 6-point lead for the Wildcats. The Dogs had lead for a long time.
But they're a different team when he's on the floor. He can
So let's see what we can do here.
To score and runs the floor like that. That's
tight man-to-man from Kentucky.
Their largest lead of the night, 6. Waiting for Edwards to get on
Edwards kicks it out. Pass back to Edwards. They're double teaming him. Wide open 3. He fakes the 3, steps up, shoots, and drops it.
Now in double digits.
Harris
made some really impressive plays in this game. Their average is about 6
there we go. Let's get that momentum back.
SMU.
Come on, Dogs.
He's been big time in this one. Got to switch.
Hello again, Michael Charles.
They're going to spread it out, let Maxey go against Kamara.
Tyler, you can watch this on ESPN. He misses it. Dogs with the rebound. 3 on 2. The layup is good. Hello, Stegman Coliseum. Crump with 2.
Stuck on a switch. Just spectacular.
We're glad to have you aboard, Tyler.
Crowd screams for another stop on defense.
And Jake the Snake saying that Memphis win wasn't that big.
Bad pass.
Turnover. Steal. 1-on-1.
Good defense.
Stripped. Oh.
Anyone in the country.
Hagens did it again. I mean,
Ooh,
how many times
damn.
has he taken a bad situation? Now watch this defense.
It's going to be Georgia ball.
In front, moving his feet, and then staying
And your butt feels like an about to explode bratwurst.
By Tyrese Maxey. That is a spectacular job defensively by the freshman from Belgium. He didn't waffle at all there. Get it?
I get it. Belgian waffle. I'm with you.
Get it?
And I love a good waffle.
I'll tell you, I have had some international
yeah.
flavor in this one.
You've been on your game.
Oh, buffer error. Sorry about the buffer error.
There comes a little horn set. The screen's up top.
Crump, good three-point shooter, no good. Battle by Kamara, but it's Kentucky that comes away with it.
I'd go into
2-point game.
now. He's got a matchup
5 minutes left, New York.
that he could take advantage of low.
It's
Glad to be on in New York.
Maxey floater on the baseline, no good.
No good.
Rebounds to
Oh,
Richards
shit.
kept it alive.
Maxey blocked that time by Kamara. Kept it alive. What an effort by Maxey to keep it alive. Contact on Hagens. Do they call the charge?
They call the
I think that's charging. Charging. Oh, come on. Shit.
On the floor, so no basket.
He was standing right there.
I just didn't think blocks were allowed in college basketball anymore, but that was absolutely the right call. But boy, Kentucky going after loose balls, keeping it alive. Nick Richards keeping it alive. What a game.
Higgins misses the free throw and a 101, 63-61.
You know, Ravi, who can figure this game out? Kentucky comes into this dominating from the free throw line against every opponent, and they are missing all their free throws tonight. 4 of 11.
9 likes. Thank you very much. Keep those likes coming.
80% on the season, 4 of 11.
Tough fadeaway, no good, in and out. Sestina had it, and it's out of bounds. They're going to call that off of Gresham, who crashed the boards.
One thing for Anthony Edwards, like he can shoot it. He's proven that. But
new subscriber check up to 226. Thank you very much.
And drive it more. Yeah, he's settling right now for jumpers. And he's not putting the defense in a bad spot. Boy, every time Kamara's been switched off on a smaller player.
I want to thank the Red Devils for subscribing. Red Devils, our latest subscriber.
Well, how about that pass by Nate Sestina? Got the double team post when Xavier Wheeler.
5-point lead, Kentucky.
Georgia came to
3:45.
looked over that left shoulder and found Emmanuel quickly. That was beautiful. Just beautiful.
Scoring average, Jay, has gone up about 7 points this year from last year.
Dogs have it. Passing around. Man-to-man defense.
Edwards will.
From way downtown, no good.
They're going to get the foul on Kamara.
Shit. Dogs playing a little stressed. They are overreaching.
From Bucknell as a grad transfer.
Got to keep our composure.
Terrific pass before the double could get to him, and Emmanuel quickly knocks it down. Eyes open on that one.
High IQ.
Exactly.
Emmanuel quickly.
No walk.
Yeah, they just cut him off. All right, we are in a break, and Kentucky doing what Kentucky does. 5-point lead. As the game gets late, 3:25 left in the game. So the Dogs got to get their composure back. They're playing like they're behind by 10. You know, they're trying too hard there and making some mistakes. So they just got to play some tough defense, get some make some twos and get a couple turnovers, some good transition ball. What they were doing in the first half, get back to that, and we'll have a chance here at the end. All right, let's get down to the chat room, see what you guys are talking about here and on the sideline. A-Bomb's reporting some buffering. Yeah, we are having a little buffering issue again. This is the 3rd time I think that's happened this game. At the moment, our stream health is back to green, or it should be going back to green any moment now. But it's been touch and go. So we do apologize for the buffering. That's not the norm. I don't know if it's the ISP or if it's YouTube. But we got 32 in the house, 12 likes. Thank you very much. 12 likes. And it's sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Get your swag at treasurehunt.ga. When you click on Sports Fans, we are in a break right now, and the Dogs are trailing by 5. About to head back to the Stegman Coliseum. Hey, catchers and pitchers report in 1 month. So go ahead and subscribe to A-Bomb's channel too.
Thursday Pac-12 game of the night. ESPN, the ESPN app. Number 9 Oregon hosting number 24 Arizona. 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. The Oregon Ducks have won 3 in a row against the Cats, 6 of 8 in the last 4 years. That's Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Well, Georgia's going to need another push in the last 3:25 because Kentucky, they have played really hard in this second half, diving on the floor, going after loose balls. And as good as Ashton Higgins has been with his defense and 4 steals and making things happen, Nick Richards in the second half, Nate Sestina, who's been better than Tyrese Maxey? He's been awesome. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals.
And this guy has been a big presence in the second half. No doubt about it. Nick Richards after his 14th point. Too strong, and that ball will go out of bounds off of Jordan Harris.
And they missed the first
Georgia
free throw.
That win against the top 10 team Memphis. Have won 4 in a row. Remember, they lost 21 games last year. They were 2-16.
Still got a little buffering, residual buffering.
Ball screen up top by Richards, now going 4 round 1, and he's got Gresham guarding him, essentially a point guard.
Hagan's got bumped. He bounces it to Richards. It's on the floor with 2 seconds to go on the shot clock. Nick threw it up, couldn't get it. That's a big stop for Georgia. Down by 5 with 3 minutes to go.
I think Georgia's got to get to the rim here. You know they can get a jump shot when they want, but get to the rim.
I don't disagree with that statement.
Edwards posting up quickly, guarding him.
Per se. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Come on, guys.
He got pushed by
Oh.
Sestina.
Pushed out of bounds.
That'll
Okay.
send Georgia to the free throw line.
All right. There you go.
Tomorrow's just a 60%.
240.
He has got a big upside. So athletic and talented. He makes good decisions out there.
37 in the house. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe. 13 likes.
Stays in front, stayed vertical.
Nice. Nice.
Most young, bigger guys especially, you put them in that situation, they foul. And he doesn't.
That's a big free throw after missing his first 2 tonight.
This one
4-point game.
1-possession game. And then it's on the defense of Georgia to get a stop. They're really hanging in there.
Oh, no good. Shit. Oh, almost got the turnover. Almost. All right, Kentucky's going to have it. 4-point lead. 2:40 to go.
6:34. Georgia's done a great job on the boards.
Well, Georgia's put themselves in a position here to have a chance to win the game. But you got to give a like. Kentucky's been great in this second.
We need
half.
another strong defensive play here. It's been about our defense the last 2 games. So,
Gresham back on Richards. He's got
got us in the air. Oh no. Oh.
Freed himself up for a
Shit.
This is a good
You know,
lineup for Kentucky to have Sestina.
Just when you play a little overzealous, you get up in the air like that. 6-point lead for Kentucky with 2:10.
Best lineup that John Calipari has. I like it.
They're going to dial up Anthony Edwards soon.
Severe Wheeler alley-oop. That's Edwards. He got fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Smart play to get the ball inside and get something in the paint instead of settling for jump shots, because that's a lot of what Anthony Edwards has done in this second half. He got hot, but he took some less than desirable jumpers, I would say, in the second half, where he can do better.
Edwards makes that free throw. You'll learn much more about Anthony Edwards, how he ended up at Georgia, and what his prospects are in the NBA. That's on SportsCenter. John Anderson, Zubin Mehente, a couple of minutes away from now. The ranked teams that went down tonight, Rachel Nichols will sit down with Luka Doncic.
He gets the second one.
Again, follows.
All right, 4-point game, 159. Georgia with some pressure defense here.
On Anthony Edwards. What a
Kentucky still does not have it across midcourt. They get it across midcourt.
Boy, I thought Sestina was going to
Decline the open 3. They're going to pass it around. Drives the lane. Shit.
Anytime Kentucky is
Alley-oop.
able to penetrate there, if you help up and don't stay connected, they are throwing it right to the rim for Richards to dunk it in there.
Defensive breakdown
The
there.
last 10 years under John Calipari. And it's easy to say, it's easy to talk about how you stop it. But right down Main Street, just that move by Hammonds to help up, and then it's right at the rim for an easy one.
What do you call here if you're the Dogs? Dial up a 3-point play.
You could certainly make the case the way Nick Richards has played in the second half, but overall, the entire game, it's been this guy.
Well, one guy that has not settled for jumpers is Tyrese Maxey. I mean, 17 points, just some courageous.
Got 30 in the house. Welcome aboard. Bryson is here. He says, Bryson says, Georgia basketball isn't bad.
17 points, 6 rebounds.
Bryson, thank you for the
7
sub
assists,
because I'm a Falcon
and
fan
3
and a
steals.
Georgia fan.
That's a complete game. And he's not even
Thank you very much. We'll get a sub check in just a second.
And look where Nick Richards has climbed.
We'll go ahead and do that now during the break here.
3 of his 10 field goal attempts, 15 points. That is the lineup that you seem to like
We're
the
at
best.
226 subscribers right now. Thank you very much.
It's a terrific lineup out there from ability to score and what a finish. My goodness. That's why he needs to get down and get to the rim. You put him in the post, he can overpower you.
Yeah, you're right, Jake the Snake. It's kind of like, you know, what we have in football is what you guys have in basketball. So you you perfectly understand how big win this could have been for the Dogs. But Kentucky doing what they do well down the stretch here with 109 to go and a 4-point lead. They're going to the line here.
To your point, you have 3 point guards on the floor here in Quickly and Hagans and Maxey. All 3 can handle the ball, and they've all managed to find their way into the lane.
And I'm gonna bet $1 that Bryson is a Atlanta Braves fan. So Bryson, you might want to subscribe to our moderator A-Bomb. We'll also be bringing you Atlanta Braves play-by-play for our 2nd season.
He was having a hard time. Looks like he sort of stiffened up.
Disappointing night for Rayshawn Hammonds, who fouls out. 2 of 9 from the floor. He had 9 points. That he's done for the evening is Hagans gets that one.
So it is a 6-point lead for Kentucky with 107. Dogs quickly up the court. They're going to look for a 3. No, they're going to drive the lane, and the ball goes flying.
Who created that turnover?
Out of bounds. Kentucky ball. Timeout.
Just a spectacular
Shit.
Defender. I mean, his will is really incredible out there as a defender. Knocks the ball off, and it went right off the leg. I mean, the officials have to go look at it because he got a review in the last 2 minutes, but they have the call exactly right. It was right off of Edwards. Well, we've got these replays. It's done.
2 more
SEC does a great job with replays.
This was the Hagans
big games coming up. We've got a ranked Auburn team, and we're going to play Tennessee next. Those are our next 2 games. So we have a good chance of splitting a very tough 4-game series. Well, I want to call it a series, but a 4-game stretch with Memphis, Kentucky, Auburn, Tennessee. So if you win 2 out of 4 of those, that's great. That's a great. That's good for the Georgia program right there. And we've shown tonight we can play with anybody. We played strong against Michigan State. We beat Memphis. So this might be a very fun season for the Dogs.
Heavy discomfort. It's no fun to play with an ankle injury.
And if we can beat Auburn or Tennessee, we can start thinking about talking tourney.
Throws a alley-oop to Richards, who lays it in. They didn't back off. They got it to Nick Richards.
8-point lead with 50 seconds.
This was a tremendous answer by
Turnover. Kentucky gets it. All right.
Tremendous answer by the Wildcats.
Wow. Yeah.
This young team, and even though they've got sophomores and Richards
That's
is
tough.
a junior, and
Tough.
Sestina, grad
Trey
transfer.
Compton is in the house.
They're young together,
cheering on his
in their
Cats. And Jake's reporting some more buffering. Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
This season with some losses, they got beat by Ohio State and lost to Evansville at home.
Buffer.
They've grown up a fair amount on this one.
And usually they continue to grow up and peak in March, but you can certainly see what the potential for this Kentucky team is, given the development of Richards and Quickly in particular. And obviously the arrival of Tyrese Maxey.
Now look, this is not as powerful a team. This is nowhere near a team like John Calipari had in 2015. I mean, that was a juggernaut. But in this season, when there aren't super powerful teams up top, they've got a chance.
Sestina got fouled. That's true. I mean, the competition at the top that they're playing against,
it's just not the same.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you.
Well, the air has been sucked out of the Stateman Coliseum.
coming off that terrific win.
But it was a fun game for the most part,
They're going to continue
except for the ending.
And it's not just Anthony Edwards that should have people excited.
And we will open up the phones in just a moment here. In fact, let's go ahead and open up the phone lines. 678-744-9722. Shout outs, comments on the game. We have open phones tonight, toll free in North America.
And it might be too little too late here, but when Edwards does that, it makes you say, hey, he's got to do that more, because he can always get a jumper and elevate over people, but he's got to.
Anthony Edwards with 22 points on the night,
and whether he's in the post or driving it, and driving off a ball reversal. He can be unstoppable in that regard.
Calipari was talking about the development of Tyler Hero, and when he arrived, he was a great shooter.
Oh, that's going to be it for Anthony Edwards. He's going to take a seat.
More evolved when he took the ball to the basket.
With 27 seconds left to go.
When you take the ball to the basket, you just develop a larger part of your resume.
8-point lead for Kentucky.
Look, Tyler Hero is
we have open phones tonight. 678-744-9722.
He's a great shooter, but he's streaky and he can hit shot after shot after shot. But with that body and that ability level, there are guys that guys just can't guard him. And as he continues to learn the game, and he will, he's got an element.
Thank you, A-Bomb, and thank you, Johnny Pierce. Johnny says love it. He might be loving the ending. He might be a Wildcat fan, opposed to loving the show. Most of the time, people are like, what the fuck is this? The first time they see our reaction videos.
Kentucky after halftime, they were a different basketball team. Part of it was...
Well, Georgia was a different basketball team after halftime. They played tentatively at first, then they played overzealously. They just couldn't quite get that mojo they had.
Second half on both ends of the floor.
But, all the credit to Kentucky. They're a world-class team. And that's the game.
This season they've overcome a halftime deficit to win. They beat it by 20 last year, a little closer this year. Our final score, Kentucky 78, Georgia 69. For Jay Billis, Marty Smith, Scott Matthews in the truck.
Kept it to single digits,
Our entire crew saying thanks for watching tonight, folks. Sports Center.
Only lost by 9. All right, and that's going to do it from the Stegman Coliseum. And the Georgia Bulldogs come up short, played strong first half, and kept the lead for a while, but unfortunately, they could not handle the number 14 Kentucky Wildcats. So we'll take a look at some final stats for us. A lot of Kentucky fans down in the chat box. They are relieved. If you're a Wildcat fan, you have to be relieved. You got to be thinking there's some stuff we got to fix. But this was the first game of conference play, so Kentucky's got a lot of time. We've listed one of those items. The TV tuner has been listed at treasurehunt.ga. If you want to watch TV over the air, but your television doesn't have a digital antenna, we got that for $20. Includes shipping and handling at treasurehunt.ga. Kentucky Richards had 17 points. Maxey also had 17. Hagens with 13. Brooks Jr. with 6. And Montgomery with 2 off the bench for the Cats. Sestina had 8, and quickly off the bench with 15. Impressive off the bench for the Georgia Bulldogs. Hammonds with 9, Kamara with 5, Edwards with 23, Crump with 5, and off the bench for the Dogs, Brown with 4, Wheeler with 8, and it was Harris with 10 and Fagan with 5. All right, well, that is going to be the game, and we want to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure on your way out you'll hit the like and subscribe button you want to like A-Bomb's channel as well. We've got 1 month before catchers and pitchers report, from what I understand. So we'll have a Brave season not that far off. But, you know, there's Hawks right now. If you're an Atlanta Hawks fan, I'm sorry. Have we gotten 7 wins yet? We're stuck at 6 for a long time. Of course, the Falcons season, unfortunately, is over.
We thought we lost everything in that fire. But my independent
You did.
agent and
You lost it all. All right. Well, we'll probably try to get in here for that Auburn game. Let's take a look at some upcoming reactions. Georgia will be playing number 5 Auburn Saturday at 5 p.m. Central, 6 o'clock Eastern. That's this Saturday. And then we play Tennessee. Tennessee is not ranked at this moment. They've got a historical program over there. And I'm not sure what their record is. Let's take a look at the standings. Tennessee is 9-5. Auburn is undefeated, 13-0. All right, so Georgia's got some tough teams to play. Maybe we can get that Tennessee win, and boy, if you beat Auburn and Tennessee, we're on our way to a great season. All right, tell you what, one last chance if you want to get in on the post-game show at 678-744-9722. That number's on your screen. Want to thank New York for calling in tonight. Shout outs to my girl NyQuil. She just got out of jail, so hope NyQuil's doing well tonight. And I understand earlier today Iran launched some missiles into an Iraqi military base where American soldiers are stationed. So that's the big news story going on right now, but it was nice to have this diversion in this basketball game. It is a final. Kentucky did come back at the end there and beat the Bulldogs. All right, shout out to Johnny and A-Bomb and Jake the Snake, Trey Compton and Bryston. Shout outs to Tyler and Michael Charles. David Stouffer quit Lean Cuisine. I don't think Stouffer even makes... Who makes Lean Cuisine? Is it Stouffer? I don't think that's Stouffer. All theirs comes in the red box. It's Mo Doobie Scoo. You know, he's a stoner. A-Bomb is our moderator tonight. Irish number 1, Bill Johnson. Mexican for Golovkin was here. Sports Live in the ATL. Representing. Beat by the books. Get back to studying, kid. Don't waste your life in here. Do like and subscribe on your way out. And since it doesn't look like we're going to get any more calls in on the open phones tonight, we'll go ahead and wrap this sucker up. Tonight's play-by-play reaction has been sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. We've just added a used but tested Roku or the TV antenna. So you can get a used TV antenna. This is a digital converter box, $20. That includes tax, tip, and tea. For producer Beth and moderator A-Bomb, this is the Bone Crusher. I'm a heavy drinker and selfish in the bedroom. We will see you next time. All right, and 227 subscribers. Thanks for the new subscribe. And that new subscriber is GG Noob Gaming. Thank you for the subscribe, GG Noob Gaming. Appreciate